So hello and welcome to another video. I'm doing something a little bit different. I saw some other people doing these, so I thought I would like to give this a go. And I am going to have a go at rating different rides. And yeah, I haven't given this any prior thought. I haven't thought, right, I'm going to put this in this category. I've just got a load of images of rides together and we're just going to go through it and see what happens. So we're going to start with, I think we're going to start with Nemesis, the original Nemesis from Alton Towers. So this ride, yeah, is just, yeah, phenomenal. It's amazing. It's one of them that you do it 99% of the time when you go to Alton Towers, just because it's such a good ride. Is it an ultimate? It could be. Could also be an A. It's definitely, no, it's not down as a B. It's either an A or an ultimate. I think I'm going to put this into the... It's got to go the ultimate category because it's mind-blowing. And at Scarefest with the lights on in the dark, it's even better. So I'm sticking Nemesis. It's going ultimate. So what have we got next? Let's go Tiger Rock at Chessington. I've been on that once and I quite enjoyed it. It was quite a nice one. I think it's nice theming. I didn't go on it before they rethemed it because I hadn't been to Chessington before then, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was nice, and I think it's not the most exhilarating. It's okay as far as log flumes go. I think I'm going to go C. Yeah, B. The theming is good, and the actual rock with the tiger's face is very good. No, I'm going to go C. I'm not going to think about it too much. Let's just go C. Right, we've got now on here. I've got the logo for the Kit Kat Odyssey, but I couldn't find the new logo, so this is what we're going with. It's the Odyssey at Fantasy Island, which is so rough. It's so rough. The last time I went on it, I remember when it like first opened, I went on it. I think it was back in 2002. I think it opened as the Kit Kat Odyssey, and I enjoyed it back then. I thought it was really good, but I re-rode it last year and I was shocked at how rough it was. So I'm gonna put that down with D. It's impressive. It's a big coaster. It's just really, really rough now, and it needs smoothing out if I'm going to enjoy it anymore. Let's go with Shockwave at Drayton Manor. Now, I really like Shockwave. I've only been on it like twice, but it was amazing. I think the second time it was raining quite a lot, so it's quite a painful ride. But I think it's brilliant. I think stand-up coasters, they're just, yeah, they're cool. I like them. So I'm going to put Shockwave. I think it is good. I don't think it's quite B worthy, but it's definitely a strong C. Yeah, we'll go for C. The Swarm at Thorpe Park. Now, this is my favourite ride at Thorpe Park. It's one of my top 3 in the UK. I love the Swarm. I think it's brilliant. Is it ultimate? I think they could do a bit more with the theming. The theming is brilliant, it's amazing, but I think they could add more to it. There's a lot of empty space with room they could have put some more in. So for that reason, it's going to go A, and if they put some more theming in with it, it could have gone up to ultimate. Let's go... Where are we going to go next? Let's go Oblivion. Now, Oblivion is one of my favourite rides at Alton Towers. I love Oblivion. It's amazing. You know what you're getting with Oblivion. It's always a good ride. It's always consistent, and it's just an enjoyable one. Especially when the mist is on. The mist really makes that ride. I think that is a good strong B, because it's nothing, there's lots of other dive coasters out there now, but Oblivion was the original, and it's still a strong one today. So it's a good B. Let's go Saw the Ride. Now, I like this ride. I think it's a good ride. It's a good layout, and it's hit or miss whether it's rough or not. I've been on it at times when I thought, God, this is like one of the roughest rides I've ever been on. But then other times it's been okay. I think because you go in there with the expectation that it's going to be rough, and when it's not as rough as what you were thinking, you're quite pleasantly surprised. So also the theming on this is very good. The queue line is, yeah, mind-blowingly good. So I'm going to give it a... No, it's going to be a C. Is it going to be a B? I'm going to go B. I'm going to be generous and say, Saw, you are a B. Just for the theming, because it's brilliant. Smiler. Now, Smiler, I like the Smiler. I can only do it once per visit. Any more than that, and it just makes me feel rough and not great. So it's amazing to look at, like, especially at night at Scarefest. It's with all the lights going and the amount of thought they put into it is, yeah, it shows. It's a very, very good coaster. But because I can only ride it once, it is on the B, I'm afraid. If it was re-rideable for myself, then it would have been up on the A, but it's a B. It's just how it is. Now, what we got? Let's do the Millennium. I couldn't find a Millennium logo either, so I'm just using a piece of the track, which has just been repainted in the purple and green, which reminds me of the Green Goblin for some reason. But this coaster is one of the smoothest coasters. It always has been, and I think it will be for a very long time yet. It's brilliant. I love it. I love this one at Fantasy Island, very much so. So I think that Millennium it's not got the theming because it just goes around the whole park, but you see a lot from it, and it's got quite a lot of interactions with other rides. I think that it deserves a good E. Is it quite an A? No, because it's not themed how I'd like, but it's a good B. It's a good B, yeah. It's something you can ride again and again. Vampire at Chessington. Now, I didn't like my ride on Vampire. I've only had one ride on Vampire, and there's probably a reason why I've only had one ride on Vampire. It was so rough. I don't know whether I just got an off day, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it. The theming in the building and the queue line is, yeah, amazing. Like, I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. I was like, wow, this is like, you know, supposed to be like a kiddie park, and they've really gone to town on the theming with it. So for that, it's going to be a C. If it didn't have the theming, it would have been an E, a D, probably an E. But the theming bumps it up for me because I really liked that, especially the station. It's so well done. Now Rita, I'm not a big fan of Rita. I like launch coasters, and it's just the queue's always massive at Alton Towers, and I'd rather, down that end, I'd rather ride 13. So I normally just jump straight on 13, and then, yeah, don't. If Rita's got like a 10-minute queue, which it never has, but if it does, I'll ride it. But otherwise, it's just not. It's not that great. So I'm going to put it on C. Yeah, I might even go D. Do I like it less than Vampire? No, I don't. I enjoy it more than Vampire. I just never go on it. I'm gonna put it C. Yeah, I'm gonna go C. We'll go C. Right, let's go for Toon Blaster at Chessington. I like Toon Blaster. Toon Blaster's cool. I like my dark rides. And this one's great because all of us can go on it, or like the kids as well. We take them with us. And Callum absolutely loves this one because he gets to shoot the giant snake, or giant dog and snakes, I think, on these ones. The giant dog he likes the best. Yeah, it's such a good family ride. For a UK park, it's like, the theming wise is amazing. It's, yeah, definitely a strong one. It's a good B, that one is. Let's go for Jewel, another dark ride. So this is like one of my go-tos at Alton Towers. I pretty much ride this every single time I go, because we can take the kids. Well, we take Callum on it. Yeah, Jessica's far too small yet, but we take Callum on it, and he likes it. He likes shooting the zombies. So, and I just like it. It's nice. It doesn't matter if it's raining. There's hardly ever a queue. It's, you know, it's a nice little sit down, sort of if you want to break your day up, if your legs are getting a bit tired, just go have a little sit down on Jewel, have a little cruise around. So, and yeah, they keep trying to revive it, and they're doing a good job. It's going well, you know, they keep adding bits. There is more that needs to be done to it. So it could be an A, but I'm going to put it in a strong B because I just enjoy it so much. The Walking Dead ride at Thorpe Park. Now, this is a very controversial ride. A lot of people are like, oh no, it should have been X, stayed as X, blah blah. I didn't ride X, and I think that even if I did, I think I would still prefer Walking Dead the ride because I am a massive Walking Dead fan, and just seeing like some of the props and stuff just, yeah, blows my mind. I think it's amazing. I think the coaster itself is quite good. It's nothing special, but it's not trying to be something special. It's just in the dark. It's something nice and tame. It's something you can re-ride again and again. So because of the theming and because of the rideability of it, it's going to be an A. I think it deserves to be there. Now, what are we going to go for? Let's go for 13. Now, I don't know if you all know about my obsession with 13, but I really like 13. I think it's a nice smooth ride. It's got everything I want in a coaster apart from an inversion. But it's got a nice drop at the start. It's got the actual train dropping, which blew my mind the first time I went on that. It was just absolutely amazing. And I've just been addicted to that feeling ever since. It's just like a drop tower on a roller coaster. It's amazing. And I like the backstory to it. I like the fact that, you know, there's like, I think they need to play on it more, like the little girl and then like the hooded wraiths, and I just love that sort of foresty, otherworldly sort of demonic thing. It just ticks all my boxes. So for that, I'm going to put it up in the ultimate because 13 is my favourite ride at Alton Towers. I think it's mainly just for the theming and the story, because Nemesis is a better roller coaster, and it does have very good theming, but 13 it just warms me inside. So it's a good one. I like it. Right, Hex Dark Ride. This is okay. I like Hex. I like the theming. I like the idea of it. The story of it's good. They put a lot of thought and detail into it. It's consistent, although it has been closed a lot the last couple of times I've been. But it's something I don't do great with motion sickness, so it's something I'll ride it every now and then, but it's not something I'll go to on a regular basis. I think it's gonna be a C, just because I don't ride it as much as Jewel or Oblivion or Saw or such. So it's a good ride. I like it. Hex is nice, but it is for me going in the C grade, not the actual C. Now now it's the big one, or as Big Perm TV puts it, I like the big one. It was I've only been to Blackpool once, which was with Big Perm TV and Airtime John, which they showed me around, which was fantastic. Really appreciate him for that. And they showed me some of the delights of Blackpool. And the big one is probably, I didn't get on Icon. Let's just put that out there. I didn't get on it. I was planning to, and it opened for a very short time, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get on it, and then I didn't because they closed it. But, you know, that's water under the bridge. It doesn't matter, does it, John? But the big one, the big one was a good one. I liked it. It's sort of stuck with me. I went on a couple of rides there, and the big one was one that I look back and think, yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was a nice ride. It's just so high, and although it was like quite a bit rougher than I thought it was going to be, it's a classic, isn't it? You can't knock it. It is what it is. It's not trying to be the smoothest ride. You've got to expect it. It's a bit rough and ready, and you know, it's out there. And I really like it, and for that reason I am going to put it on the A, because it's an experience. If you've never done it, you have to do it. It's just one of them bucket list coasters that Yeah, it's a good one. It's nice. It's nice. My favourite ride at Blackpool at the moment because I've not been on Icon. But we won't hold on to that. And let's go for Nemesis Inferno. Now, I like Nemesis Inferno. I think it's brilliant. It's not as good as the original Nemesis. I don't care what anyone says. It's just not. They have done a very good job with the theming of it. It's good that they haven't just completely copied Nemesis and trying to do the same thing, because it would have been even worse. But the fact that you kind of already know the story of Nemesis, it doesn't need all that theming. It's just like a sort of jungly area, and it leaves your imagination to think up the rest, which is good. And it's a good solid coaster. It's good fun to ride. Fright Nights is always great on it, and for that it's going to go in the A, because it is a fantastic ride. It really is. Actually, let's go for Galactica. Now, Galactica, I've put the Galactica logo. I very nearly put the Air logo, because to me it's always going to be Air. But I didn't like the VR. I tried the VR a couple of times, and motion sickness it didn't agree with me, and I thought it took away from the experience, because the whole point of the flying coaster was the fact that you were laid down. It was a different experience. You saw things differently. You were sort of hanging, and then I didn't get the idea of the VR. They shouldn't have done it on that, to be honest. But well done for trying. They give it a go, but it didn't work. I'm glad they've took it off. I like Air. It's consistent. I don't always go on it, but if I'm at Towers, I mean I go to Towers quite a lot. If I'm at Towers and I know that I'm going there to do rides, Air is a definite. Because sometimes you just go there for a chill out when you've got a Merlin pass, and that's just what happens sometimes, especially with kids. You don't get to go on some of the bigger rides. But if I'm going there to solely go on rides, then yeah, Air is definitely one that is on the hit list. So I am going to put it in a strong B, because it's not Manta, let's be honest, but it's still good. It's still good. I like the re-theme. I just don't like the VR. The soundtrack is amazing. Let's go for Stealth. Right, so Stealth from Fort Park. I love Stealth. I think it's amazing. It breaks down quite a lot, which isn't fun, but it's nice. I like it. It's a good launch coaster. It's better than Rita, so it's going to be higher than C. And every time I go to Thorpe, I'll try to get on it. It normally breaks, but I'll try to get on it. I did a front row last time, and yeah, it's really good. I like it. It's a nice coaster. Would I put it in A? Probably yes, actually. I'm going to put it in A, because it's just a good ride. It's nice. I like it. I like the feeling of it. I like the air time. I like the speed. If it was... yeah, no, it's not. Even if it had more theme and it was more consistent, it still wouldn't be ultimate. But it's a good strong A. Now, the final one, Wicker Man. Now, I really like Wicker Man. There was so much hype building up to it, and some people were kind of disappointed by it, but I really enjoyed it. Theming is absolutely outstanding. The ride is very good. It's just getting better and better. When the flames, the Scarefest. I think the thing that's I'm going ultimate, because I'm just going to tell you why. Because the Scarefest thing was just so good. Like, it just blew me away. I couldn't believe. I'd watched the vlogs of other people going to the opening weekend with all the at the night time with all the fire and it just, when you was there in person, it's just something else. It's just so good. I just couldn't even begin to explain to you. If you haven't seen it, it's something you can't explain. You just have to go and do it. It's just so good. So good. So yeah, that is my... yeah, that's how I'm going to rank them. I think I'm pretty pleased with that. There's probably some I would have changed around had I give it some pre-thought and was going to go back in, but your opinion on rides is always going to change. But I think having Nemesis, 13 and Wicker Man, they're all at Alton Towers, but have them as ultimates, I think that's fair comment. A lot of people would agree with me, a lot of people would disagree with me, but for the UK parks that for the rides that I have been on, I've been on some more rides, but I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, that's what I'm going to stick to. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We're going to make something next time. It's going to be exciting.